Whether we realize it or not, we are surrounded by brand identities. It's a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that differentiates one identity from the others. And it has affected the world like never before. But just how important is branding to us? Isn't it just a logo? No. Many people think that branding is all about coming up with a cool logo, but there is so much more to it than that. Branding is the face of our organization. It's a visual representation that communicates who we are, and we have taken this for granted. Did you know that branding is one of the most effective ways to build trust? That's because strong visuals can connect with an audience faster and with more emotion than words alone. That is why it is important to ensure consistency and cohesiveness in our brand no matter which platforms we use. For example, we could use a format for all our social media posts that incorporates a specific style of image. The layout, as well as the fonts and the colors we use, can make it recognizable as our brand even without our name or logo on it. This approach gives us a greater chance of being remembered. This is where style guides are so important. Style guides are established to help us maintain a cohesive branding. And this is not to limit creativity, because we know each local church is unique. But realistically, these style guides promote our unity as a church despite our cultural and aesthetic differences. It makes it easier for people to recognize us in communities where we have a presence, and it will be more likely for them to notice it when they come across us again somewhere. How do we do this? That's a question everyone asks. Okay, not really, but we're glad you did. This is our logo. Isn't it neat? It would be a shame if it gets distorted, right? That's because its dimensions are perfectly set. We know it's easy to play around with it, but carelessly stretching it might cause a warped, disfigured look. Keeping the right proportions ensures it looks good in any size. Another element that's fun to experiment with is color. But color is a vital element in our brand. That's why there is a specific color palette to work on to help maintain our style. Drastic changes in our colors will send a different message and could cause confusion to our audience. Again, there is value in consistency. And since colors play a huge role in our branding, be clever with contrast. The background that holds the elements together in a design enables them to stand out. These lighter colors work well with dark backgrounds, while these darker colors complement light backgrounds. All these visual tools work together to create an impression. That's why adding, removing, or altering elements breaks our style. Every element has been given much thought, so they must remain that way. The imperfect circle must not be modified. The text inside the circle should remain. The font and typography should not be changed. And yes, for obvious reasons, that cross should never be taken away. And now that we know how important all of these are, let's not forget that it's equally vital that our logo is presented neatly. Logo placement is another key to winning the brand game. Place it where it's easily seen and where it harmoniously blends with the material. Since this is our phase, it pays to be mindful where it put it. Again, this is not to limit our creative expressions. Style guides are placed to help unify us as one church. After all, we're still encouraged to let our imagination fly.